Hi, John, the Redhead Family Therapy Guy, coming at you with a thought of the day. Good to have you with us. I'm out on my deck again, cooking, doing some barbecuing for some friends coming over today. All right, so my quick thought, my emotional thought, my mental health thought of the day is as you're in conflict, as you're in strife and struggle, maybe you had a tough conversation this morning, or you just got out of a bad conversation this afternoon, and you want to get into a better place. You want to get past. The best thing to do when you've had poor interactions is just lead with what you did wrong that was a part of the conversation. Again, it's not like the person, your significant other, your kid, your family member, whatever, doesn't have mistakes they made, or maybe they're at fault. Of course, it's always what it seems like from our point of view, which is why we're getting into defensivism and criticism and wanting to withdraw from difficult situations, because we really look and think it's the other person. But if we just, when we're trying to come back together or work through things, if you just lead with, hey, this morning we had this conversation and I was a bit harsh, or I overreacted, or you made this point and I got really upset and I kind of went after you in this way that I know is a sore spot. Like, just if you lead with, when you're trying to work through or have good conversations, with what you did, just an honest, humble recognition of the part you played in the fight, because every fight involves two people. It's never just one person. One person can diffuse the situation. I mean, if another person wants to fight, they can keep going on, but you can respond in ways that don't push the fight cycle, or don't play back into falling into a fight cycle with someone. With just basic expressions of I want to understand, I'm here, and the like. So if you're really trying to work through something, or if you had a tough interaction today, just lead with and own what your part was, because you've got a part in the argument for sure. And then a lot of times when you do that, like, that's half the argument, because the person doesn't have to convince you of what your part was, because you're just owning up to it. And again, work to kind of express those kind of vulnerable feelings that are going on with a struggle. That's your thought for the day. Hope it's a good one. I've got the authentic red hair. That's your real message. And we'll talk at you later.